Like, you know, I have
Why
no
not?
issue with that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
You're
don't
allowed
have
to
an
wear
issue.
a backpack though. That's
Yeah.
where it's weird. What's this? Mickey Rourke?
Oh, Louis Vuitton purse.
Yeah, he's
Nice.
got what are those called? Clutch.
So, yeah, that looks more like a clutch.
Yeah, but he's so eccentric. I met him this past weekend. He had a crazy cowboy. We're looking at a picture of Mickey Rourke. He had a crazy cowboy hat on, and he's just.
Yeah, he seems like a kook. I mean, you can see in that
halfway
picture,
gone.
like that belt buckle, like really, like that
Yeah.
was, you know, that's something. Like, yeah, like good on him.
Yeah, and he's just an odd duck all around.
Yeah. For some reason, it reminds me. It was an old Onion article, and it was one of my favorite headlines. And it was Johnny Depp found to be 90% scarves.
Yeah, he got like way scarfy after the whole pirate movie thing.
Yeah, he went straight scarf like
Yeah.
for the rest of his life, kind of thing. He's like, yeah, he really committed to that scarf thing.
But that's when you're a beautiful man like that, it's an odd transition to being like a 55-year-old.
It's like, what's up with Johnny Depp lately?
Not good things.
I know it's really strange. Actually, they just this morning, they delayed or canceled. He has a Notorious B.I.G. movie coming out that he's in with Forrest Whitaker, and it was supposed to come out next month, and they just pulled it from the schedule, and they haven't even said that it's ever going to come out or something. Ooh. And it's like, and even just like looking at pictures of him, like it kind of just like there's something off about him. Like he used to be so great.
Stanhope.
He used to be
That's
really.
what it is.
He used to be really great.
Stanhope, what'd you do to him? You fuck.
I don't even know who that is.
Doug Stanhope. One of the best stand-up comedians ever.
There you go.
He's.
I'm more of a Stephen Wright fan myself.
Me too.
Yeah, no, love Stephen Wright.
But I think Johnny's just he hit that weird spot where you're just too fucking famous. You can't go anywhere. Where you were when you were little, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But you can coast now, right? You can go places.
Yeah, like how rich is rich enough? Like, dude, like,
Right.
like, yeah, like that's what I mean.
It's
Like,
not just that, but he spends. He owns
apparently.
14 houses.
yeah, he owns an island.
Millions and millions of dollars.
Didn't he
art.
spend like $5 million shooting Hunter S. Thompson's ashes out of a cannon?
Yeah,
It's
but
like they asked him,
that's
like,
his
didn't you spend $1
friend.
million? He goes, no, of course not. I spent $3 million.
Yeah.
You know, like, all
That's
right,
what
cool.
they asked him about his wine habit. They said, your attorney said that your wine habit is $30,000 a month. And he goes, that's an insult. It's far more than
It's
that.
far, far more than that. No, that's what I mean. Like how, you know, like all right, cool. Like I guess he has to maintain, that lifestyle.
Well, that's
what he
he's-
wants for himself.
That's what he's doing. That's his life. His life is spending all that money.
Yeah.
Like his whole life is doing movie. That sometimes
earning it,
happens
you know?
to people though. Also, when they're involved in laborious projects that they're not really interested in. You know, when you're doing something all day. And I say this as a guy who hosted Fear Factor. When you're doing something all day
you did, didn't you?
that you don't really enjoy doing while you're doing it, you're like, okay, time to go to work. I mean, I was very thankful to have the job. Don't get me wrong. But the reality is it was not enjoyed.
It wasn't a fruitful endeavor.
It wasn't like working for the UFC or doing stand-up comedy or even doing a podcast.
Yeah, it wasn't a passion
Right,
project. Yeah.
exactly. So when you do something like that, like people on bad sitcoms in particular, they spend all their fucking money. They go crazy.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that they look forward to is, what am I going to do with this money?
What's the reward,
I'm
at
going to buy
least?
a Ferrari.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a mansion.
I'm going to buy an island.
Yeah,
You know?
and I think that's what Johnny got into.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself like doing like a sitcom or a television show kind of thing. Like
What about a good sitcom?
a good one? I do. Like News Radio is a fantastic show. Like
Thank
that
you.
must have been that must have been like a fruitful
It's
endeavor.
the reason why I never did another one.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to ruin that experience.
Well, every other one that came along was like, this is shit.
Well, they pursued me for
me.
for Big Bang Theory.
Oh, Christ. You got lucky. You escaped that.
And I said like, no. I said like, nah, because it was kind of like the way the pitch was kind of just like, all right, these two like astrophysicist nerds, and then a pretty girl lives with them. Yoinks, like, you know, and like that was like, that was the pitch, and it was like, and like,
Yeah.
it was just like, yeah, and they're like, oh, we're gonna get some real like physicists to like, you know, do the math, and I said like, yeah, no, I said I'm cool, like thanks,
Yeah.
and then they came back at me again, and I said no, like I'm like again flattered, but like no, and then like then they came back at me again, and then like even my manager was like twisting my arm. And I was
Come on, I want a piece of this, Macaulay.
Listen, I'd have hundreds of millions of dollars right now if I did that gig. At the same time, I'd be bashing my head against the wall.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what Johnny Depp's doing. I mean, he can't really be into those pirate movies.
Yeah, no, he's interested. Like, and that's the thing is that like he wasn't always like that. But right now it's like all about the money. Right now.
This is the thing. I read an article with an interview with him. It was about 2 decades ago, and he was talking about he was in his 30s and he was doing a lot of weird, obscure movies. Like he was that movie Dead Man, that black and white.
Yeah, that's Jarmusch. Yeah.
He did a lot of weird shit, and he said this is kind of what I really like, and I'm not blockbuster boy, which is what he said. No, which is so ironic.
Which is so ironic. They
now
pull old quotes.
Fucking blockbuster boy.
Yeah. No, he goes, yeah. If I'm ever a part of like a franchise, like just shoot me or something like that. And it's like just like they're pulling up these weird like old quotes.
Yeah.
It was it's like the George Lucas, like when he testified before Congress about the colorization of movies and talking about how movies are part of our heritage and they shouldn't be tampered with. And then he goes back like 25 years later, he's going back and redoing his movies. Like it's like like once you put art out there, like,
leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Like, no, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like once you show like your paintings, like that's not yours anymore. That's the world's.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I mean, you don't think it's theirs anymore.
Imagine if Leonardo da Vinci like just all of a sudden came back into existence right now, and he wants to change the Mona Lisa.
Oh, she's fat.
Yeah, he's like I kind of didn't get the I didn't get the smile right.
I don't like her eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at her hair; it's all pulled back and shit. I want to see it.
So should he be able to change it?
I want to give her some fucking jewelry.
Yeah.
Come on.
I never finished the eyebrows.
I want to give her big tits. And I want to push them together. Come on, let me try.
Come on.
It's my fucking painting.
Yeah, exactly.
Leonardo da Vinci is a modern Italian.
Yeah, I know. I love it. It's like
Come on. I want big tits with fucking glitter.
It's like he's like living on like Mulberry Street in like in Little Italy. Hey, pizza.
Yeah, I like fake lips. That's what I want.
Give me some Claims Casino.
Yeah. Hey, this fucking broad. Look at her.